Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CineQuest Reviews. Today, we're going to be talking about the movie Evil Dead Rise, specifically. Lee Cronin's, I guess, one of his first movies that I've seen. So, Evil Dead Rise follows a mother and her kids in an apartment up in, I don't even know what city it was. Do you remember what city it was?
It was like San Francisco or somewhere in California.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Earthquakes, come on, Ray.
Sure.
Come to
I didn't think
California,
about
man.
that.
Fault line,
I was
San Andreas fault line. Like the Rock came out somewhere.
What I feel like that that apartment complex I've seen in a lot of places, like
Skid Row, man.
Not well, like it's seen in other movies too. Like, I don't know why I was thinking of a Never Ending Story 2. Because Bastian lives in like some kind of one of those.
I've never seen the second one, man.
Oh, you should.
It's got to be in California somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Anyways.
Yeah, because of earthquakes. Mm-hmm. And then a sister, like an estranged sister, comes back to kind of visit them, and she's going through her own shit, and apparently the family's going through their own shit, and now they are about to be possessed by demons from the Necronomicon.
Yep.
And Deadites come forth. I really like the book. The design of the book.
I was like,
teeth,
I was like, this is a novelization? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, I think I talked to you about it in the theater. Reminded me a little bit of, like, I don't know if it was a callback to Army of Darkness, when he puts his hand and like bites him. Kind of not exactly the same, but the whole teeth thing, the motif and shit, man. I don't even remember. Was it like that in the first one? What did the book look like in the first one?
I thought it looked like a very traditional Necronomicon. It didn't have teeth or anything like that, as far as I remember.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool design.
I'm not thinking that this is a direct sequel, but it could be. It's in the same universe, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I did like the teeth design on the book. That was pretty cool.
So, what are your thoughts on Evil Dead Rise initially? You got out of the theater. We got out of the theater. I noticed, like, we got out of the theater, even through the movie, like, we were like real quiet. We didn't say anything. We were just kind of I was just staring at the screen because I was engaged.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. If you're a fan of the Evil Dead franchise or however you want to look at that, I mean, you're gonna love it. It's fucking great. Great effects, gore, on point. If I can borrow from the kids. It was a great movie, man. I heard a lot of people saying that they were scared. It was like before. I mean, I don't know. I've heard people were like fainting and shit. And I don't know. I feel like if you've seen any horror movie, you know where the jump scares are going to come, but that's not what the movie's 100% about. Like, the atmosphere was definitely there. It was, I mean, the creepy as shit. It was good, man.
I really liked, I would say, the cinematography as far as like the coloring.
Yeah,
it really created the mood, especially like a dank, old apartment complex.
Yeah,
and the fact that also kind of like I was kind of curious how they were going to do it since it's like taking place in a city, so to speak. You feel more claustrophobic and kind of trapped in a cabin in the woods setting, but because they did it fairly well, like with the fact that it still felt claustrophobic because it felt like just their apartment and they're on a floor with no way to get out of there. So
I will say one thing I kind of did hope they were going to do a little bit more, being that this was Evil Dead Rise and they're talking about, we're bringing the Deadites to the city. I was kind of hoping they would do like more. They would have more to do with like different floors. I think they could have incorporated. I think they could have incorporated like the whole building a little bit more. But I mean, it all worked. Like, for, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot more people getting possessed than any like Evil Dead movie. You know what I mean? Than there have. Well, I mean,
when you said about incorporating like the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the floors in the apartment complex, it just hit me. I don't know if you've seen it. Demons 2.
Yeah.
That kind of like does that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's like possession of demons within the floors of that apartment complex, and at that point the demons are taking over the city. Mm-hmm. But this is fairly, I guess, localized. It's just one floor because the rest of the floor doesn't experience any of this, and it's just that one floor. Well, I mean, at the end, no spoilers on that.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that the whole floor wasn't experiencing any of the nonsense going on in this floor. Mm-hmm. Did they even hear it? Are they in some other dimension? Because like there's a lot of noise going on. There's gunshots, there's all kinds of stuff. But no one's calling. Well, they can't really call the cops either. But like,
that's true. They didn't.
Even towards the end of the film, like, there's no urgency from anyone else in the apartment complex to kind of like get help until like they see like the end and some of the carnage and stuff like that.
Yeah, the whole dimension thing. I was thinking about that too. I don't know if I want to spoil or anything like that, but like there was a scene where they said like they mentioned like a certain something was gone, and I thought it was gonna be like completely gone, but it was just more destroyed. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know what I'm
The
referencing.
stairs.
Okay, I don't know if we could say that. Yeah, they said the stairs are gone. I was like, I thought he was gonna like look down there and be like a black void or
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, but yeah, I would have been interesting if they had done the different levels and like maybe a fucking different deadite for every like floor. I mean, not necessarily like battle royale stuff type shit, but like I don't know. Well, here's the thing: when they said Evil Dead Rise,
Yeah.
I kind of meant to. I kind of thought it to mean like two
Like a
different
high
things,
rise. I thought
like
it
a
was like
high
a high rise.
rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Living in the PJs project.
Going back to just like talking about like bits of the movie that I did like enjoy that I don't want to spoil too much, like that, and it's already on like the internet as well. But I mean, I wouldn't suggest going to look for it. Is the title card? I really enjoyed that title card in the
Oh
very beginning
yeah,
of the movie.
man, that
Like it was
opening was the
very,
shit, dude. Yeah,
it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like it made a huge impression, and I
Mhm.
was like just waiting in anticipation for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
Just to see where it was going to go because this movie is like nonstop
Mhm.
violence and blood and stuff.
Well, as it should be.
Right,
Most
but I
definitely.
mean, even like with the other movies, the other Evil Dead movies, like there still takes time before like someone starts getting
That's true.
killed
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. But like it just comes
Yeah.
right off the bat, and of course we don't really know what's going on until like it all kind of like ties in like later on.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of hooked at the very beginning, and then the title card comes up,
Mhm.
and then we're off, and it was just nonstop. It was great. Just a nice bloody good time.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything like too different.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But I mean, I would say it for me as a fan of the Evil Dead series. Well, the films, the show Ash versus Evil Dead, as well as the remake, which initially I did not like, and I would say that it was primarily because I was kind of bitchy about the whole thing. There's no Ash. There's no like Sam
Yeah,
Raimi's
you
not
got-
directing it. Wah 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 wah. And then I
well, they produced.
They did produce it.
They
Yes.
produced it. So.
And mind you, I still remember myself saying this, and I kind of regretful saying this. Whenever I left the theater watching the first one, I remember saying like, "Man, that movie sucked. Like it was terrible." And I go, the only part I liked was when Ash came out and like did that and groovy, whatever. Right, and that is kind of regretful because I went back to watch it again, and I found that it was really enjoyable, and it was violent, it was bloody, and everything it should be.
Yeah.
And again, not really inventing anything out of the ordinary for the franchise, just keeping it to where the fans will enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, personally speaking. And this one kind of carries the tone of the remake, a little bit more serious, a little more horrific and stuff, like small comedic elements in there as well.
Yeah.
But still keeping that creepy tone. And that's what I really liked about this one.
Yeah.
And now that I also like the 2013 remake, I really like this one too.
You notice they kind of followed the formula of the 2013 remake, though, with the whole like final boss type thing at the end. You know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Which I thought was cool. I like that actually because it brings more like. I don't know. It brings a little bit more substance to the whole like the Deadites and all that. You know, like I guess in the originals, like they were all just people being possessed. I guess in Evil Dead 2, they got the big head that comes through and all that. But like this kind of makes it more like it's not just people like being possessed. It's like there's actual like demons and monsters coming out and shit like that, which I thought was cool.
And I mean, again, not to give any spoilers necessarily or details, but I would just say one word: Lovecraftian.
Mhm.
If you know what that means, you kind of can guesstimate what that would entail
I thought that was pretty cool.
as far as that
Unique,
being incorporated in the movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, Necronomicon is already Lovecraftian to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking through the book, that is very H.P. Lovecraft, like people going mad, going crazy, just blood and guts everywhere. And especially the way the book was designed, it kind of had that element as well. And one of the things I did love and kind of like reminded me of the Skeleton Key. When like they play the record and the record's creepy as shit. This one gave me the creeps too. Like it had that kind of element as well.
Man, yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
What's that girl's name again?
Damn, dude, I don't even know.
I forget her name.
Yeah, the whole record.
Goldie Hawn's.
Well, that was more like jazz music. This
Well,
is like just people talking.
No, it's more like old, like grass, like bluegrass kind of stuff, like blues.
Yeah,
old, like
blues. You're
Delta
right.
blues kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
so, yeah.
But the way it was, just the way they're talking on there, like it has that old timey feel.
Yeah.
And like as he's playing it, I go, was he speeding it up or was he playing it backwards?
Now he was speeding it
He's
up.
speeding it
It
up,
was
right?
extremely slow when he was
Yeah.
playing it.
So
Actually, now I
that
gotta rewatch that because I don't know. Was he playing? I
because
feel like he was speeding it
I
up.
felt like he was doing this thing,
Or
right? So
maybe
they're
it's
speeding up. Yeah. So that is the
counterclockwise.
correct way a record would spin.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's like backmasking this whole thing.
Nah, I think it was just sped up, man. 'cause
But
it
I
was so
just felt
slow.
weird. I initially was like, how did he know to play it backwards? But no, he's just speeding it
Yeah,
up, you know.
I think he's just speeding.
But that does give a creepy element that I do like whenever they bring out old records. They're dusty, they're buried and stuff, and that was nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of Easter eggs in this movie, which I appreciated. If you're a fan of the franchise, if you're a fan of like, well, I say franchise, I'm sorry, but like the fan of this, you know, Evil Dead, anything with like having to do with Evil Dead, there's call outs, callbacks. It's pretty cool. I appreciated them. I don't know if you want to give away any of those, Ray. But...
I'd rather not.
All right, that's fine.
I mean, let someone.
I caught a few of them. You didn't know them.
Yeah, you did. I will say, like, I was. I'm not gonna say I would have caught him if I was just like really paying attention. I was immersed into the movie. Like I was like just watching it fairly intently. There was a few things I caught, but a few things I didn't. You had mentioned it after the fact. But if you are a fan of the franchise, the show, or whatever, you can probably call them out. Let us know in the comments whatever you thought were any of those Easter eggs that maybe we have missed or that you can just list them down below. I mean, because I won't do it. I'll let you spoil it. I won't spoil it. So overall, the acting, I like the kids. They did a pretty good job. I found it funny whenever you had mentioned whenever there's a scene with the little girl and the mother and stuff like that, and you were just like, "Oh, little girl, you're so stupid." I was like,
"Yeah,
she's a kid. She's a kid." Like
look,
every
like,
kid in every
we get
movie
it. Kids are stupid.
Shit.
We get it, but it's like, come on, man. Like that.
Look,
how old is that kid?
Yeah, but
like,
every single movie, kids are just dumb. But they're just dumb.
I don't know, man. That's bad though. That's giving a bad name to kids, all right? I know. I just know I wouldn't have done that. That's all I'm saying, man.
You know, like
I mean, you know. Anyways, yeah.
I do like the fact that also they didn't pull any punches as far as like where certain people aren't allowed either to get hurt or anything like that. They were just like they went for everyone, and I thought that was really good too. I like when a movie goes after kids in some form or fashion, you know.
You heard it here, folks.
It just makes it more real, you know. Like it really touches on someone's instinctual, emotional thing, and like it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
that's why I like those movies because they're not playing it safe. It's just everyone's about to get gunned for, you know.
Yeah. No one was safe in this movie. Yeah, for sure.
I think the lady who got possessed, I don't remember her name. I think she did a good job. I mean, she's possessed that whole fucking movie. And
which one? The mother?
The mom.
Oh yeah, that lady did
That's
a great
not a spoiler.
Job.
That's in the trailer.
Yeah,
So
no, she did a great job. Yeah.
But I feel like being creepy enough throughout the whole movie because like if you had seen the trailer, you'd seen a lot.
Yeah.
And I regret watching the trailer now. You know, because
really?
I do because let me say this about the trailer. Watching the trailer, I was kind of scared that it was going to be another generic possession film because it kind of like hit all the tropes in the trailer. She screams, she like gets on the wall, and she does all this shit.
Gerard Butler coming out.
They didn't. And with the current, I guess, bunch of possession films that have been coming out lately, I have not seen a lot of them, but the last one I did see that really annoyed the hell out of me was The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. That one left a really bitter taste in my mouth as far as possession films. I mean, you have Pray for the Devil, you have the most recent one that came out, the Pulp Sex. It's a different, right?
This is not a Catholic possession.
No, I understand that, but
something completely different.
It looked like that. It looked very generic to me. And I was worried that I was not going to like this movie because of all those kind of like characteristics of possession films that it showed in the trailer. And it didn't look like it was going to like catch my attention at all. But I was going to watch it because it's an Evil Dead movie.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Maybe like you think they could have like made the like people who got possessed a little more like monstrous because that's something they did do in the original Evil Deads. They would like really get distorted and shit.
Right, but I'm just talking about like I liked it after the fact watching the movie, but initially in the trailer I felt it gave too much away, and that it was gonna be. I mean, there was a lot of things again. I just thought it was gonna be like a generic movie, and that's the unfortunate thing because like I was worried going into this. because I was like, yeah, I'm excited to watch it, but I was not as excited as I would normally be.
Yeah.
Because if I had just seen the poster,
Uh-huh.
I would have been like, yeah, I'm good. I'm really excited to watch this. But going into it, seeing the trailer, and seeing the trailer, like a Red Band trailer too,
Yeah.
you saw even more
Yeah.
of the movie, and I felt like it was just not beneficial for me to watch the trailer because it gives a lot away. But it's still engaging enough and still fun, regardless of the fact that I did see the trailer.
They're already making props of the cheese grater thing. Did you know that before the movie
No, I
got
didn't.
released?
No,
They
I
had like
didn't.
they were selling like bags of pasta from the.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Rumork had done something like that, where it was like they were selling like bags of pasta. It was like I don't know if I can give this away, but like for the cheese grater, you'll see what
Well,
I
that's in
mean
the
when you see
trailer.
it. Yeah, but they were like selling like bags of pasta, like from the I guess whatever. But yeah,
Hey, make money where you can. I
hey
guess.
man, you know.
Um, I know that speaking to a few people that have seen it already, they have enjoyed it, so that's good. I'm glad. Evil Dead making money means, according to Bruce Campbell, that we're going to be getting a few more every few years.
Well, they left it up for definitely at least another one.
At least one more, if that.
Well, I'll tell you this: the trailers, if nothing else, like the ad campaigns, all that marketing, like has done well for itself. Because I mean, just personally, we've had some people asking us, like, "Am I going to be scared watching this movie?"
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing. So,
and I guess the casual moviegoer would be afraid, or I would say be scared watching this movie.
yeah.
If not for anything, the amount of blood and gore that's in this movie. There's a lot of blood.
Oh, for
a lot
sure.
of blood.
Wouldn't be an Evil Dead movie though if it didn't have a lot of blood.
Very true. I mean, you know what I'm kind of like hoping they might do?
What?
And this is just off the top of my head right now. They give one of the Evil Dead movies to Peter Jackson to fuck with. You think of that?
An Evil Dead Alive.
An Evil Dead Alive, right? Evil Dead Rise Again.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead Rise Alive. I don't know what the fuck. But I mean, like, it would be cool to see Peter Jackson go back to his horror roots. But
Evil
I think
Dead Rise in bad taste.
Evil Dead Rise on Feeble End.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the movie a lot. Do you have any thoughts? Any other thoughts on the movie before you give your rating?
No, man, not really. I mean, it was great. It did surpass my expectations, honestly. Like you, I was a little worried, but
well, it's because it's a beloved franchise.
for sure, it could easily be mishandled. But I do feel like I don't know if this is controversial, but I feel like with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell producing it, I don't think there's any way it could go wrong. I don't know. Right. I mean, I know they're not directing it, but
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine they have they're
some say in
consulting,
it,
whatever they do, And I think if you keep it the same, you just bring out the violence, bring out the blood, you make it fun, and you make someone possessed by a Deadite or someone become a Deadite, you should be good.
I'm definitely
because the story itself is fairly weak. It's not like the strongest story around or the characters development or whatever. Like, we're there to see violence and gore and just have fun with it. So it was enough characters development to kind of get us engaged with the family, and then just fucking go forward, just full speed ahead.
Yeah, it left me excited to see the next one, see what they do with it.
I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would give it a rating 8 out of 10.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly give it a similar rating too. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Well, definitely.
It's not a perfect movie, but it is fun.
But I mean,
you can't if
you can't go wrong with it.
If
honestly.
Bruce Campbell was in this movie, it would have been 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I know that's a controversial statement right now. Apparently, whatever. But hey, man,
he's a beloved character. He's a beloved person. He's great.
Just don't say that any cons are right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I said 8 out of 10 right now, and I'm starting to rethinking maybe it should be better, but I'll leave it at 8 out of 10 because last 10 out of 10 I gave this year, the only 10 out of 10 I gave this year, and maybe that was just
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, that was last year.
Oh, okay.
It was Cocaine Bear.
Oh. Hey man, the movie's fucking great, dude.
But a lot of people hate that movie though. A lot of people hate Cocaine Bear.
But it had a lot. It had heart to it. It had comedy. It had some gruesomeness.
We'll see. If I rewatch it, I'm gonna make. I don't know how the if it
Yeah,
rewatch the movie. I
you
have
might
to
get some
rewatch the
hate for
movies.
this. Then I don't know.
No, I'm not
You
gonna.
know what?
I don't
I'm
give a shit.
retracting mine. It's 10 out of 10.
But yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. So 8 out of 10 for you.
I would
Maybe it
say
might change throughout the year, depending on how many movies we
I'd
watch.
like
Or
to
we
see
watch
it
it again.
again.
Yeah,
Honestly,
definitely.
I do feel like 8 out of 10 is a fair rating. I didn't want to be cheap and go 8.5 and try to one up you by a half point, Ray. But
You
yeah,
can if you want. I mean, this is
no,
your perspective on the movie. You know.
no, I will say 8 out of 10 because I do
I
feel
think it's
like what
like
you were
a
saying
solid,
was
solid 8 out of 10. Like it's hard to budge any lower. It can only get better if I watch it again and I enjoy it. You know.
well, it has everything I love about an Evil Dead movie. I just kind of wish. Well, the big thing I was really excited for, and I didn't really know what the scope of the movie was going to be when they were talking about it. You just know that it was going to be like from out of the woods into a big city. I guess I was kind of expecting like Demons 2
Yeah.
or Night. It was. I'm sorry,
It's
Night
demons
Demons
too.
2. I'm sorry, not Demons. Yeah, I was kind of expecting like a more like citywide thing, or like even like the entire building. That would have been a little interesting to me to see them take it in that direction.
Well,
Which they may, who knows? I mean, that
I
may
was
be
gonna
what they
say
do in the third one.
maybe if they do another one of these films, that when they open the third one, some kind of like
Like a world
thing,
yeah.
like all the books are open and the Deadites are out, and it's just gonna be fucking hell on earth.
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Who knows?
And then we have fucking Ash come in with the fucking chainsaw and come and save the day. You know?
I don't think it's gonna happen, but we would all see
We can
that
hope.
shit.
We can hope.
I know there had been talks that like they were gonna like merge the female Ash with like the male Ash, or like, well, no, I'm sorry, they were supposed to like merge the Evil Dead and Army of Darkness worlds together at some point, like a long time. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but
Hey, we'll see.
hey, man, I don't know, dude.
We'll see. All right, that'll be it for us. And make sure that you like and subscribe. And tell us what you thought about Evil Dead. And we'll see you next time.